Today we expand our cliffside starter base by adding in secret underground caves and mini super smelters, as well as a precarious perch to lay our head at night, and we end it all off by building one of the biggest, most high-tech and overpowered wheat farms I've ever built, all in this beautiful Amplified Forever world. Welcome back everybody to another episode of my Amplified experience. We are here in an underwater cave. This is one of the two amethyst, I guess, farms you could say that I have off screen. I'm just doing my little bit of collecting of them, but I think I have enough. I love how like magical these things sound. It's so fun, but I've just been doing a little bit of underwater caving. I've been trying to clean out these caves as best I can. Clearly, I've not gotten to all of them, but as you will see, we are using the shaders. These are complementary shaders, and for a good reason, because these things highlight all of the ores really well, and they make this look beautiful. I'm gonna grab this gold real quick if this little drown will let me. Okay, and don't worry, we'll take off the shaders once we get out from under the water. Oh, we've got a trident. Oh boy, those tridents hit really hard, don't they? Let's just serpentine. No, go. Uh-oh. This is bad. Don't do it. I've got 42 levels. Okay, I think we made it around the corner. Let's heal up a little bit. That's crazy. They're still coming. I think that's a good sign that we might need to move on. Another one just spawned right there. Are they fighting each other? Look at that. Infighting. Okay, I feel pretty confident. Oh, there's two of them. Oh, and there's a nautilus shell. Oh, you're enchanted. That's why you're so powerful. Okay. This is not good. Well, if my life wasn't on the line, clearly you could see how great seeing all of these ores is. I mean, look at that. We've got a iron, whatever you call this thing, this huge vein of iron. Okay, come on. Nope. There you go. Come on, you're on fire. Okay. Yep, there you go. I'm just gonna use you guys as a little defense. Boom. Gotcha. Now, I think there's one more, perhaps. I did not get a trident. Okay. Oh, there's another guy with another nautilus shell. How great is that? We need to go find a treasure map with the heart of the sea. Oh, I need to find some air. Oh, where's some air? Go. Okay, there we go. There's some air. And we are starting this action-packed, not just with this, but we've got some very fun stuff to show you guys today. Let's head above ground and show you where we're coming from, just in case you were curious. Let's pop our heads above water right here. Look at all these drowned in here. I have farmed these guys, and up we are. Okay, sweet. So we are, oh, this is a beautiful night site right here. Look at this. Okay, so that is the cow island and the spawn thing where we landed, and I love farming the drowned all around right here. But let's go ahead and take off shaders and head back to our brand new storage area. You guys loved it last episode. I'm so glad you did, because I did a lot of stuff. Well, not a lot of stuff. I'm building a nether section of our chest, and I extended this walkway all the way down over to the chicken farm. This used to stop here. Now it continues on down, same sort of style, just hanging on the edge of this cliff, and then we can walk our way up. This is actually the maintenance, if you don't remember it from last episode, this little maintenance hall right here. I might close it off, make it look a little bit more official, but there's tons of chicken clucking. And you might be wondering why I'm a level 42. It's because I've killed chickens. I've killed a lot of chickens since the last episode. This thing is actually pretty overpowered. It's the fastest chicken farm I think I've ever built. It's so fast that I think I'm going to need to develop a switch to turn it off, because I've ran out of fireworks once already. And what's happened is these chickens, well, the eggs hatch so frequently that I had some entity cramming in this section. But then when entity cramming, yeah, speaking of entity cramming, or these chickens are dying right here, which is doing pretty good. What'll happen is they'll entity cram, and then the chicken will drop, and then the minecart will pick up the chicken, go up here, it will drop the chicken down here, trigger all of the fireworks constantly, and then it picks it up again, goes up again, picks it down, goes back up. So at one point in time, I was like, why in the world is there a firework going off all the time? Look at all those chickens I've killed. We don't need anything else for food. But it's because this thing was actually crazy. Oh, there's fireworks. So many of you love this chicken farm idea. I'm really happy. I'm really happy of how it turned out. And now we can just come down here, fall off, boom, and we're on our ledge. Now, in terms of this, I expanded the storage a little bit. I added a section onto the right here. Hardly able to tell. It looks beautiful. I love this design. And some of you beautiful people are geniuses putting in some stone brick, some mossy stone brick, and some mossy cobblestone in here. Brilliant. I also added stuff underneath. I'll show you later. It looks really good. Nothing too important, but just kind of highlights all of the theming going on here. And this is what I decided to do with the nether. I decided to go with the nether wart and the crimson wood, which I think looks brilliant, but I want to do something a little bit extra. I want to have an outline, as you can see outlined by the cobblestone or the deep slate. I want this to be outlined in obsidian, representing that this is from a different dimension. And this is going to take a lot of obsidian, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all of it now, but I also want to add in some crying obsidian as a little bit of a highlight. I think that looks really good. In fact, I want one right here. And that'll give us a little bit of animation, a little bit of light. And like I said, I'm probably going to need to go mine some more obsidian to really finish this off, but I hope I have enough to at least get the facade of this going so I can zoom out a little bit and show you. And then we'll put netherrack back here. All right, not completely done, but I love the particles of the crying obsidian. We'll need to clean this up. I'm definitely going to netherify all of this with the nether stuff. Oh yeah, that's going to be so good. It's going to look like it's a portal into another thing. I might even put in some purple stained glass to make it look like it's coming through the nether portal. Okay, I'm sold on this. I'm sold on this. That's so good, but we're not done. That's not the first thing I wanted to do today. I could do that off camera. You guys have seen me build this storage enough yet, but the one thing I did want to show you is that if we come into this special chest, hey, like I said, I've been farming quite a bit of these guys. Oh, and I did find a Heart of the Sea. Okay, that must have been on some, in fact, that might have been from the slime farm last time with did we find a buried chest? It might have been from over that way, because I know there was some ocean over there. But now, hey, we've got enough nautilus shells. We can craft ourselves a conduit. Now, this is pretty useless to us because we don't have any prismarine yet, but like I said, there's an ocean monument over there. And so just one day, if we ever go underwater, we have a conduit now and a trident, which is great. But I think I figured something out that is very, very special. Last episode, we were all heartbroken that this pair of elytra broke and we could not fix it. We repaired it so many times that we have this mending book and it just is too expensive to put anything on here. Now I was thinking there is something in this game that if I remember how to craft it might be able to help us out. This worked in a creative world, but I know enchanting kind of works different in creative, but now we have a grindstone. Let's throw down the grindstone, and these pair of elytra are already worthless to us. So here we go. I'm gonna do it. I know it has unbreaking, but we're gonna do it right here. Now we have mending. Now I'm wondering if that reset the enchanting level or thing that now we could put on mending. Let's go! It works! It works. We saved it. Oh, let's do it. Now, we're going to need to go back to that beautiful frozen village to get an unbreaking book. But yes, we saved our elytra. Now we have a backup. Actually, you know what we can do right quick? We could throw it in here. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Let's go ahead and get another phantom membrane. We've got plenty of them and the thing reset. Oh, it's all full now. Look at that. We now have 2 pairs of elytra. Oh, that makes me feel so much better. And like I said, we'll go back. We'll go get an unbreaking book eventually. But dang it, I'm so happy that works. Now I've done some ore gathering, specifically coal, because I want a lot of coal because I've been neglecting something pretty big ever since we got over to this area. Let's get all the torches that we can, throw it in our offhand. In fact, I'm going to sleep right quick because of all the time that we've been over here doing this beautiful pathway with the beautiful glass and the beautiful jungle. Oh, we get chickens, yay. Oh, I still have gold pants on. Give me a second. Whenever I go in the nether, I always forget to switch my pants out. So as we're building this beautiful pathway, there's some dark spots down here, and well, it's becoming kind of a problem. Whatever is going on with the Endermen in this world, I don't know if it's a bug. I don't know if it's just part of their regular mob behavior or if it's amplified, but I have never ever seen any Enderman act the way these Endermen do on this playthrough. And so what we're gonna need to do, hey, look at that, some slime. Ooh, down here, I think we should light this place up. And we're gonna need to kill all of the Endermen. Oh, it's raining. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we have the elytra, which is great. Hi, we're just gonna do some flybys. This should go a lot easier. We did this problem in like episode 1. Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh no, you explode. Get some lights down. Yes. Okay, go, 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 go. Don't get caught in there. But I was flying through here the other day, and this is what I noticed. Look at this. Look at this garbage terrain now. They have ruined this place. We're gonna need to do some terraforming over here off camera. I've just never seen Enderman act like this before. I might have to get the data pack that stops Enderman from griefing. I don't usually mind Enderman or creepers exploding. I think it's part of the game. It's part of the fun, but this is excessive. This doesn't feel like it's part of the intended behavior of Enderman. And look at how many are there. I know they don't despawn until they drop their block, but this is just, it's another level. It's another thing. I don't think this is behaving properly because clearly they're capable of dropping their blocks, but usually that means that they despawn. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm gonna try to light up this place. I know you're gonna explode. Light up this place and then kind of fly away so that the other mobs despawn, like all the creepers and the skeletons and the zombies. So that way they're all gone. We've lit up some stuff up here. And what I was doing, I was scouting out our next project over here. And this is just a hellhole. Look at this. Look at this terrible, terrible place. Oh, you just exploded my torch, didn't you? Nope, it's still there. Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna, let's do, oh, look at that. Okay, down. Oh boy, yep. Okay, there you go. I think the skeleton's dead. Cool. All right. But look at that. Look at that right there. I don't know how many Endermen are there, but it's too many. Look at this. Look at this. Insanity. Insanity. And this is why I wanted all the coal, because it's just going to be torch spam. And I know some people don't like the torch spam, but like, I ain't dealing with this Enderman again. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. There's even 2 hanging out right there on that block for the longest time. Get out of here. And I know I'm going to need to come down here and spawn proof this, at least with the lights. So that way the Endermen don't come down here and just wreck up this place. And this is beautiful terrain down here. I got to say, I'm really excited to build down here. But this is also a good example of how the amplified terrain can make your Minecraft playthroughs a little bit more exciting. I've seen many of you comment, say, hey, Donuts, I was just kind of getting bored of Minecraft, or I didn't like, ooh, you've got some iron for me. Minecraft is too easy, so I might try this amplified thing, and I highly encourage you to do so. It's a lot more fun if you ask me, apart from the obvious Enderman debacle that I've got myself in. There's some more creepers, that's okay. Ooh, there's some scaffolding that I dropped from doing the jungle stuff. Let's light up this place. Certainly we've done, at least made we've made a little bit of a dent. I need to go in there. Oh, I don't want to go in there. Let's go up top first. Through the vines. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is terrible. Oh, there's a villager, zombified villager. Let's light up this place. Try not to look at any of these like 30,000 Endermen in here. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh, what is this place? What is this? All right. That place got lit up quite a bit. Honestly, once all of these skeletons and creepers and zombies get out of here, I think we'll be okay. I can deal with the Enderman one-on-one for a while. Oh boy. Oh, creeper. Oh, creeper. Yep. Torch down. Let's fly away. All right, that's a little bit better. You can see just how many dark spots there are. And I think we're getting there. I think we're getting pretty pacified now. Oh boy, except for in here, I might have just looked at an Enderman. But the problem is, look at this. Look at this. Look at that block right there. That's like 30 Endermen in that block. I'm gonna die. This is nuts. I'm gonna try to do this as intelligently as I can. I hear a baby zombie. Look at all that. Oh man, I'm gonna block myself in so that way nobody can teleport to me. I'm gonna do this so maybe the baby zombie that's in here can die. Okay, we have 11 ender pearls right now. We do have, I think, looting on here and sweeping edge. We are just gonna go to town. Who needs an Enderman farm? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, how many ender pearls is that? We got 8 ender pearls. 8 ender pearls from that. Oh, there's one mad at me. Oh, come here, buddy. This is not the worst hidey hole ever. Well, that's horrifying. Okay, I think we've got most of them. We've got diamond armor this time around, so it's a little bit easier, and who cares what this place looks like anymore? Where are you guys at? Where are you guys at? Come at me, buddy. Oh man, I got hit really hard. Oh, look at all of them. Look at all of them. Y'all are mad at me? I'm mad at you. Get out of here, Enderman. I've got to kill them all. I've got to kill them all. And I've got to kill all the zombies that are holding on to things. I'm going to get my scaffolding back. And hopefully that is that area cleared out, except for a couple stragglers. I'm fine with a couple stragglers for the camera. But look at this. Okay, these guys are spreading out. I just don't know if they just like the dark. But now, see, this is happening too, where they're starting to spread out away from here because I've lit it up. Oh, and there's another hole. There's another hole. Okay. Oh, there's 2 holes of Enderman. Oh, careful where you aim, donuts. Okay, we're gonna go in. Oh, watch out. Go in. There's 3. They're getting stuck. Let's just go down, go in, have a little hidey hole, and you're all gonna die. That's fine. Come on in, come on in. That's right, that's right. It's a party in here. It's a party. We've now got over 2 stacks of ender pearls. I'm gonna kind of fly out, see if anybody's still mad at me. I think we're okay. I'm gonna go ahead and create another little hidey hole and just go to town. Oh, they're all okay. Well, that's lovely. It's a party and everybody's invited. They certainly haven't all died yet. Yep. Okay. Hi, buddy. There you go. Let's just come out. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Anybody else want to ruin my day? I think we did most of it. Oh, they're up here. Okay. Well, no, thank you. Let's put a torch there and goodbye. Where do they go? They always teleport away. Oh, one of them's down here. Okay. I'll take ya. You're fine. There we go. Okay. I see another one. I see another one. Got him. Another villager. I might need to keep. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. So there's an Enderman that died. That was crazy close. That was crazy close. I'm going to light up this place. I was going to say, maybe we should try to capture that villager. No. I'm gonna make it day so I can see if there's any more dark spots down there. Let's do a cute little flyby here. We've got some mobs over there. That's fine. We've lit that up. That's good. That looks great. Anybody in that little corner? That looks good to me. Oh, you're still mad at me. That's fine. I know it's not completely lit up. Ooh, I need that scaffolding. This thing doesn't grow on trees, you know. But how are we doing over here now? Okay, there's still one, but that's probably just some residual. I don't think he's new. Let's do that. I don't know where he went. He'll kill me later, I'm sure. Oh, there's a creeper right there. Oh, I found him. I found him. He's down here. Oh, there's so many down here. All right. Well, I am very happy with this now. I feel much safer. I will start working on terraforming this and taking care of the whatever Endermen that are still around here. But this looks monumentally better. And we can explore some of these caves like this over here. Oh man, speaking of, that's the new Enderman place, isn't it? Oh boy. But without further ado, I want to throw out another crazy vision that I have for this place. And that's going to be, oh, dang it. And that's going to be the world's tallest wheat farm. And we're going to put it right there. From top to bottom, this whole cliff, just layers and layers of wheat, fully semi-automatic. Water breaks the wheat, they all fall down. We get a water thing to bring them up. It shoots up like a big old fountain of wheat. It gets sorted into a good item sorter. I think this is gonna be cool. After all, I don't think y'all believed me about how cool the chicken farm would be, and that turned out pretty nice. So let me regroup here, get some materials, and let's start working on this thing. Now, I apologize. We're not actually going to work on that wheat farm until later in the episode. I'm just so excited to show you what we've got. Before we get started on it, I want to expand this pathway a little bit here because, well, I guess I should say in between little cuts here, I finished organizing and making pretty the nether/other dimensional storage area, which is really nice. I added in the nether stuff over here, the warped fungus down underground in the nether rack, and it really does look like it's coming straight out of a portal. I tried to put on some purple glass and it just didn't really look all that great, so I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Put some basalt back there. It looks really good and everything's really organized, so that's good. But I still need to do a couple things. I want to put in some more stations like this that has all of the different stations in it, I guess, if you want to call them that. But I don't have anywhere to sleep. I've been using this place up here to sleep and all these furnaces and the compactors. I just need some sort of base hub. So I think I have some ideas to make this build even better. I also found a beehive somewhere. I decided to, oh, it's ready. I decided to get it with a campfire. I want some candles for some decorating. I forgot how beautiful candles are, so I have some bees in here. I think there's only 2, but it looks like this is full. We've got a smoker down there. We can just, oh, we just took away its texture. Okay, that's fine. And I think we're gonna do something with copper, so having some honeycombs is gonna be great. Well, that looks really strange now. Okay, I should probably look into what's causing that bug. Well, like I said, I do not have anywhere to place my bed. And thinking about where to put it, we have this beautiful cliffside really kind of dangerous pathway here. Wouldn't it be great if we had a tiny little platform dangling from the bottom of this huge overhang? I think that could look really cool. So we're gonna block out over here and somewhere around here. I want to be somewhat in the center of this thing. We might even be too high. It doesn't look bad though. It doesn't look bad. Honestly, this might be the perfect height. Yeah, I think that looks pretty decent. Yeah, that's a good height. I don't want that any lower for sure. So we're good. So hopefully this is gonna look okay. I don't know. This is just in my brain. Like I said, this series, we're kind of going old school Minecraft, letting our creativity flourish naturally. But I have been playing around with this idea for a little bit. I want this platform to look like, well, sort of similar to the pathway where it's drooped down a little bit, where it kind of naturally feels like it's dropping. And so I want the corners to be higher, and then we can bring it down like so and have this very natural curve to it, sort of like that. Because what we're going to do now, let's actually take a step back and kind of see. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Let's get our fences now and our chains, because all we need to do is connect that, connect that, connect that, and connect that to the top part, which might be easier said than done. Oh, this is gravel. Will it fall? Oh, bummer. That would have been really cool if it stayed. I might even put some string up to put that back. I don't know. Yeah, that looks weird without it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What a bummer. What a bummer. I wish that would have stayed. We're going to put the chains there, put the chains right here, and finally like that. Maybe take away the stone. Oh, yes. Yes, I love the way that looks. Look at that. Oh, it's perfect. It's just hanging on the bottom of that. That looks so good. I want to add a little bit of something in the bottom, but I think, actually, no, I think we're going to do that naturally because we plan on having a copper bulb right here because we can turn this on and then get rid of the power source and have that be there. And that's exactly why, or one of the reasons why I got the honeycomb. We could just wax on. Oh, I should probably also get wax off. Okay, and then I'll go get another honeycomb. That doesn't look terrible with the copper bulb sticking out of it like that, but I'd like a little bit more depth or thickness with the bamboo. So we're gonna wax on again. Actually, you know what? We'll go to this guy, branch off of here. I don't mind if I lose this stone either. We can make stone generators. We should be good. And then I'm going to place this all around. So it outlines this. We'll put that there. And big reveal. Let's kind of take a step back and, well, that looks just the same. That still looks really good. Okay, let's take a step over here. Oh, that looks much better. Oh, that looks so good. Like a little magic carpet floating in the sky. Look at that view right there. Oh, wow. I love it. I love it. That looks so good. Turning this corner, you see that drop down and then the reveal of the rest of the storage area. It looks so nice. And then all we should need to do, so long as we have ender pearls, is just ender pearl up. Oh, I missed it. That's okay. That's okay. Let's try that again. Just ender pearl up. And okay, we got it. All right, we're gonna need to practice that a little bit, but we've got our bed, we've got a crafting table, and we've got an ender chest. And I think this is our perfect little rest here. And we can see everything from this angle. We can kind of take a look at our storage area from here. It looks beautiful. Now, the sad thing about it is that it kind of does ruin this view of it, which was one of my favorite views. Actually, no, it doesn't. Look at that. Hey, I guess it might ruin the view if we're like too high up and we're trying to look down on it. But you know what? That's not too bad. That creates a little bit of depth and I am all for this. I'm gonna put back some of these, some stone here to make it look a little bit more natural. Oh, I wish I could have kept the gravel here. Like I said, I might put some string here just in case it looks better. I don't know. It kind of, I like it. That at least is gonna stay. I love the effects, the particle effects of the gravel almost dropping there. I think that looks really good. This stone is a little bit too square, so I think I might kind of mess it up a little bit, make it look like it's a little bit more natural. I think that looks good. Some more depth, just like so. Well, that might be too much. There we go. That looks good. That looks good right there. That way we still feel like we're in the overhang of this cliff, but still have a good view of everything. All right. That was a really simple project, and I love little details like that. Plus, that might help with our ender pearls if we aim for that sort of thing, if we don't overshoot it. Yeah, we're getting better. Okay, and then we can just elytra back to the thing or ender pearl back. Ooh, I should have like barrels of ender pearls up there just in case. Like if I die, yeah, if I die and I respawn here, we might need a barrel. And this is just open to the, yeah, okay. Maybe we put a barrel. No, in case we die, we want that. You know what? I might put candles here and then just replace that with this barrel. I don't know. But until then, we're just going to throw the barrel maybe upright right here. And then we need to go back and visit the end dimension for some ender pearls because we are running out. We're on our last stack and a half. But now that we have a bed in this world, oh, it looks so nice. You can get the little glimpses of it when you're way up here. That's so good. This is ready to be harvested again. Let's go. I need a bee farm. Next episode, I don't know about next episode, but we need a bee farm. So we don't need these beds lying out in the middle of nowhere anymore. We don't need this. We might keep the ender chest because that's just useful to have around. But now we need to develop some sort of area or system to put a bunch of furnaces because sometimes you want to smelt a lot of things, maybe some mini super smelters or micro smelters or something, I don't know. And we need some sort of automatic composter where we can just put something in a chest and let it go. And normally with this whole entire process so far in this world, I have pushed myself to build on the exterior of this beautiful landscape. But over the last couple weeks of playing this world and flying through here, I've noticed this beautiful arch right here, and I think it would be so perfect if we put a little tiny bridge right here in between these two areas. You can see I marked it off right there. And if we're gonna build a bridge underneath here, we might as well in this cliff wall or something, put in some basic rudimentary composters and furnaces. But the question is, where would we access this underground area from? Well, as we built this last episode, I saved this special area for either some way to get up because of this little hole, or some way to get inside, and I think digging out something inside of this wall right here would be perfect. And so I'm going to get started and just start excavating this wall, and hey, what do you know? We've already started to do it. We have some falls with some slime blocks, take a quick little right, and boom, just like so, we are already at the underside of this bridge area that I want to do. So this is a good little shot here. We fall down a little bit and tucked inside of this cave, here we are. It's beautiful. I love it. Now, as for the other side, connecting it to this other side, well, yeah, this stuff I'm gonna need to mine out of somewhere around here. And hey, what do you know? I've done it already. This is the new addition of the walkway that I built. And I thought this was a really cool little cave entrance type thing. And I'm going to build one of those 2x2 piston doors here, a little spoiler alert. And I've done another thing here where we drop down. We have a long hallway. I think this is where I'm going to put some composters. This is where I'm going to build some furnaces, and we have a beautiful view. Now, I might have in the past blocked this off and said, oh, I can't build here because it's exposed. But no, we're going to incorporate this, make it look good because it's such a gorgeous view. I upped my render distance to 32 chunks. I tried downloading Distant Horizons. It did some weird stuff in a test world. I wasn't super happy with it, but the 32 render distance, I think for now, Looks pretty fun. And of course, at the end of this hallway, yes, indeed, we have the other end of this bridge. It's gonna droop down a little bit, come up to here, connect naturally. And I think this is going to look really good. Look at that, goes to here. I love how that's hidden a little bit. We're gonna need to put some design here. I'm so excited. We don't have that much distance on these walls. These are little indicators I put of how much room I have. This is actually a pretty scary area. Sometimes creepers spawn here, but that's just the amount of space we have inside of this mountain. Now, in terms of getting back up, well, this is perfect because we have a slime farm and now we have some slime block launchers to get us up here. This is what I'm talking about. I'm loving this amplified world. And so there's nothing left to do than to get working on this. Now, to get started on building, I love that we can just jump down from right there. That's going to be so cool. We have a few different decisions that we need to make. What sort of feel do we want this room to have? Do we want it to be a very organic feel, a built feel? I'm thinking somewhat of a natural feel. So for example, inside of these slime block launchers, what if we cut out a portion of this? I know we're going to need to get rid of this button. Well, before we do that, let's head on up and grab our redstone box and then say maybe put the button there and then wire this up with redstone and then close it on up. So that way, hopefully it still works. Yes, please. No. Oh, because this is not a block going to the piston. Okay, there we go. And this should be fine now. Yep. Okay, perfect. And then what if we had some water? That would still make this work, right? Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool. And then we can drop down, right? But I think I want this to be one block bigger. Now that definitely feels a little bit better, but I almost wonder what if there was some sort of, and hear me out here, kind of a natural waterfall and maybe they like flowed together. Oh, there we go. And on this bottom one, we had a very similar thing. Obviously we need to bring up these walls and make it bigger, which might be a problem if we pull them all the way out here, but I think we should be okay. I'm going for kind of a more natural cave looking, and we could probably push this back. We might need to move everything back by 1 or 2 blocks. Let's reset this waterfall. See how this looks. Jump on down. Nice. Honestly, I kind of like that a lot. And you know what? Maybe we even make this a pressure plate where we jump on it and then it like shoots us up. But I don't know if we have enough delay. Oh boy, yeah, that's gonna be there. Okay, how do we redstone this? What if we try moving it back 1 and then we get a repeater and set it on the maximum delay and put down the pressure plate and no, oh man, of course, not even close. Well, let's just see if this still works. Yeah, it being further away is kind of weird. Yeah, and if I widen up all of these things, I don't know, that's good. Well, you know what? That wasn't so bad. Let's push this wall back 1, except for the button, just to test out. And if we do that, okay. And you know what? We could move this and make these stairs or cobblestone stairs or whatever, right? And then we push the button and yeah, that's plenty. We get plenty distance. And I think those stairs kind of add a little bit to the kind of cave or almost sinkhole feeling. I like that. And then maybe we have a little like monument or something right here that kind of like something about a tuff or maybe a sculpture or something to make the waterfall. Maybe we can move this up a little bit, make this feel a little bit taller, and then we can fall down, go down. Look at that. There we go. And obviously with the water here, we don't even need the slime blocks to go up, but I think it looks pretty cool. We could put lily pads here and some fish maybe. I don't know, if we make it big enough, we can get some fish. I might need to move some things over, but I am liking this. I might even add, I did bring some dripstone, which could be kind of fun if we're like going down here. And then if we make it kind of dangerous with some dripstone falling out, so that way we really have to hit the slime ball unless we die or take damage or something, right? Like, oh, whoop, there you go. It's very treacherous, huh? That could be interesting. Now, in terms of down here, oh no, that's gonna, yep, sorry, redstone. But in terms of this little lane hallway, I love the idea of putting some green grass. As I was, ooh, there's rain. Is it raining? Yes, it is raining. Very cool. I wish we could see it from this little, oh, that's going to be such a great window. Look at that. Oh, I love that. As I was thinking about what I wanted to do here, this almost gave me like season 1 of Building with BOO vibes. If you guys even remember back in the day, his little underground with the swamp grass and everything made out of oak wood, and that is not exactly what I'm going for, but the feeling is almost like inside and outside at the same time. Oh yeah, and then we're definitely gonna make the sides a different color or texture or something. Definitely don't want to stick with the regular stone, but even this sort of asymmetrical cave-esque carve out is doing a lot of stuff for me right now. Ooh, that just the spacing feels really nice. But maybe we widen this out. I mean, we're definitely gonna widen this out a little bit. Like I said, I want to put some furnaces and composters in here, and that'll give us some room separation perhaps. Maybe we can make some podzol rooms. Maybe we can start getting some mud in here. Maybe we can go taller with the ceilings too. I think that might be good. We need to fight a wither and get a beacon. Now, what might be nice? Oh, what might be nice here? We have this very natural feeling. Maybe we make this section a little bit more structured. Maybe we can bring some dark oak and strip it like so, and that kind of indicates we're in a different area of this section of room, I guess. I don't know. Love the saturated brown with the saturated green. I think that works pretty well. Again, I think I want to widen this though. I think this needs to be like 5 wide. Yes, this definitely feels so much better. We might push this over a little bit to make it feel a little bit more natural, but that should be okay. And like I said, we don't have too much room because right over here is the exposed wall. So that's going to need to stay stone. So we'll have to be creative about that, especially about how much spacing we're going to be limited to. That's the wall. We only got a couple things in here. So I think this is going to need to come out probably honestly up to here. And this is going to be our kind of furnace area. You know what? Let me show you what sort of furnace array that we're talking about. Oh, I love that. Maybe we take that down a little bit as we come to this little, I guess I'd call it stairway area, but this natural feel. Oh, yes. And I don't know if I'm going to keep the buttons or I'll do something else a little bit more fun to trigger the slime blocks. But allow me. Oh, I need to put in the cool little door all in due time. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, I forgot in between cuts. I did something. So I was thinking about it and I was like, donuts, you know, like what we said. What if I'm here and I don't have an ender pearl to get over there? Well, I put in something very fancy with this little button and hey, we have ourselves an ender teleporter station with, of course, some ender pearls inside. In between cuts, I just got a ton of ender pearls here. So we're going to throw an ender pearl down. We've got a tripwire here that opens up this piston with stone on it. We jump down and we're on our bed on this boat. I did replace the light copper bulb with the ender pearl barrel because those bees were producing some more honey. So we made some candles and this is now spawn proof, even though that'd be kind of fun to see like mobs up here. We might put little cages. I was thinking little cages. We might do that this episode where you can see mobs spawning up here because it's so dark. I don't know. I thought that'd be a fun little atmospheric addition, but we got distracted. Let's get some cobblestone, get some furnaces, get some hoppers, and let's show you what I'm thinking in terms of this furnace design. You love how quick it is, right? Okay. All right. So of course I forgot the chests. So we have our chests right here. Well, actually they're separate chests. They're double chest, I think. And we have 4 total furnaces that go like so, I think. No, maybe they're the other way, like so. And then we've got 4 more right there, or 2 more right there. So that's 4. We have hoppers going in the sides for fuel. We have hoppers going up top for what you're actually smelting. And we need a decent amount of chests for this because that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, and this goes here. So now from this side, we put in our items to smelt, we put in our fuel, and in this tiny little area. In fact, we can do this as one big chest. Cool. Or we can do barrels. Barrels will probably help because they lag the game less. I think we can even go 1 barrel if we really want to. And I might dig down a little bit to kind of give this a different separate feel from the hallway. Yeah, I'm liking that. But, oh yes, I want to kind of test out a color palette. Now that you guys kind of see how I want the room to feel, I love that bed area so much. I did get a little bit of mud from the mangrove swamp that I showed you, and I hope I have a decent amount of wheat. I think I do. We're going to need to get that wheat farm going. And is this the recipe? Yes, indeed it is. Okay, packed mud. And then this goes into that, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Well, let's take these down here. I love that we could just fall down here because I'm thinking with the furnaces, right? The furnaces are really hot. They're really going, and having this dry, packed mud down here might just be perfect for the atmosphere that we're going with. It's a natural block. Even for the walls, that might be okay. Just something kind of thrown together. Maybe we outline this with some wood to kind of give it a more natural feel. I don't know. Or some stairs to go down. That could be good too. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just thought about it. This is going to work wonders for us. We've got terracotta. That doesn't look as good as I thought it was going to, but green terracotta, that could look really smooth. Ooh, I like that a lot. I like that idea a lot. And we'll do the same for over here. The composters are going to be really easy. It's just composters with hoppers, so I don't think they're as exciting. But what I did want to do after showing you this, I love that waterfall design. I'm going to see if I can't make them a little bit bigger without like compromising the functionality of these cool slime blocks, because I do also love the slime blocks. Oh, and we have mangrove leaves that we could use. I was thinking for the ceiling maybe. Ooh, because I love the leaf falling animation now. I was originally gonna put them on the side, but I feel like that's a little bit weird. Although I don't hate that though. That looks pretty good to me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But especially up here, I might just put them up here with like some glowstone. That could look really good. If you're bad at building, leaves are the way to go. They hide everything. But now we're gonna need to finally connect these two areas. And I want to get this shape of this bridge down on camera with you. And I'm really thankful these two meet up perfectly. All right, so the key, I think, to this is going to be, well, exactly not doing this. I think the key is going to be a really sharp curve right at the beginning and then a really shallow curve towards the middle. So what's the middle? Probably around here. I guess it should be the middle of this cave or this little thing, which I think is around here. Let's put a torch there and kind of fly by and see what that looks like. Oh yeah. Perfect. Right on that torch. Right on that torch is the middle. Now, first of all, let's sleep to get rid of this rain. Oh, where did our bed go? Where did our bed go? Oh no, I don't want an ender pearl up there. Well, let's just hit this button, get teleported up there, grab an ender pearl from there, throw an ender pearl down, and we're in our bed. And again, scaffolding would be really great in this situation, except it's not. Oh no, I just updated this gravel. Dang it, I hate it when I do that. I'm gonna do it again with that gravel. Yep, okay, sorry, I just need to get down here. I hope that doesn't look too bad. And there's no way, there's no more further down we can go than this. All right, so our torch is right here. Let's see how low that is, because that might be too low. It might not be low enough. It might just be perfect too. It might just be perfect. It might be too low. I don't know, but let's assume that it's fine. We'll come up a little bit like that. Ooh, okay. Okay. That's actually not a bad curve right there. That's not a bad curve. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think I want to raise that side a little bit because I don't like how it starts going down as soon as we're on it. I'd like it to start, well, the bridge to start here. Well, you know what? No, this is fine. This is good. I like this. We just need to fill it out a little bit more and get rid of this initial platform. And let's see, that's wide enough now. I think that's good. Let's take a little flyby around it. Oh man, that's gonna be so good. Look at that. That looks so natural. I almost want to bring it over a little bit more. Like it almost looks like too perfect of a circle. So maybe we try to make it a little bit less symmetrical. We do a little bit of that. We bring this over a little bit so that way that side doesn't mirror that side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's going to be great. Now we do the normal dark oak wood on the outline. And instead of doing the lanterns that we've got, we might do candles again. We might do, just literal lanterns, I guess, instead of the really tall ones that we did for our main base area. And I don't know about the glass because this is supposed to be like a little tiny bridge. I don't want it to look like it's a really strong platform, I guess, sort of that's what the glass gives up there. I definitely think we should get some jungle wood involved. And you know what? I'm going to bring some glass just in case. And some lanterns. Why not? Because I like the structural support these give on the top. And so even if we just do like one kind of at the quarter way of the point, I guess, I don't know, let's go like here. And then maybe these connect back underground. Yeah, dang it. I kind of really like the glass. I kind of really like the glass, but I don't want to do the glass all the way here because I think this will ruin the curve of everything. Plus you feel a little, well, you know what? Maybe. It doesn't ruin it. And I love that. Oh, we might not even need to connect these at all. We could probably just use these as just little decorative stuff. And then what about the lanterns? We could just put the lanterns randomly. That kind of looks gross. Oh, you know what we could do? I'm going to need a lot of iron. Dang it. I don't have that iron. If we're able to take, oh yes. And that's exactly what I want. I love the little dark spots occasionally. Let's just kind of branch out here. The skeleton's definitely gonna shoot me. That's okay though. Let's fix that, whatever that is. Let's put down one of these, a couple of these, and then one of, oh no. I told you he was gonna knock me down. Okay, anyway, let's get rid of that skeleton then, and then place a lantern. I think that's pretty cool. I do think it's a little impractical for the bridge, but I definitely love it for the atmosphere. I mean, we could have them just like hanging just barely off of like there, and then a couple come down so it's not right in your way, but maybe that'll help out a little bit. That's nice. And then we have another one maybe right there, comes down a couple. I don't want that to be too in the way. Maybe it's one more up, so that way, yeah, it's more out of the way. Nice. Okay, and I definitely want these to be something other than squares, so I might think of a design or kind of make it look a little bit more organic, so it looks like an actual cave. Even that's a little bit better than what we had before. And we might just have to put on some of these. Oh, but they don't touch the fence. Ooh, yikes, they don't touch the glass panes. I don't know, I'll figure out the lighting. We could probably put in some redstone lamps too. I like how those look. They're pretty subtle, unless of course you're looking underneath them. Oops. But would you just take a look at this? Oh, this gives you a great view of the work that I've done, that nether area there. You can see underneath here, I put in that mossy stone bricks, mossy cobblestone with a little bit of the glow berries. Looks so good. And then I just spam some leaves and some jungle wood underneath there. Looks pretty natural. And that bridge, oh, I love that bridge. I might, you know what? I don't think I'm going to take those jungle logs and bring them back. I don't think I am. I just love how that looks. In fact, why did I not do this before? We're using dark oak, right? Dark oak stripped. Oh yeah. Goodbye, jungle wood. Hello, stripped dark oak. I am loving that. I don't know. I might even love that for up there. Oh, we might have just started something that looks, it blends in pretty well though. But also I like the fact that it blends in. Get out of here, zombie. It looks nice. It looks nice. I'm still not entirely sold on this. Maybe we like go down one more little mid step or something. Maybe I fill in the bamboo one more thing to give it a little bit deeper of a dip, I guess. But I love the glass, I love the lanterns, and I love how this is starting to look like a spiraling jungle amplified thing. Oh, and you know what? We haven't even done this. This is the first thing I wanted to do when I started recording. This is how I play Minecraft, by the way. I have no rhyme or reason. I'm just doing this. Oh, I get distracted. Squirrel. Here's this other thing. But I have a feeling that's how a lot of us play Minecraft. Now, this door, this holds a very special place in my heart because this is the very first door that I learned to make. I don't know who I learned it from. It was probably Etho, but all we have to do is expose these pistons. I'm going to put a torch there. We have the pressure plates on either side. They are going to go over and up to this where they're extending. And then I think redstone there. Beautiful. Same sort of thing on this side. We've got a torch and some redstone. And then we fill in the gaps like so, except for those ones, of course. And voila, we've got ourselves a 2x2 piston door. That does look a little unnatural. So maybe I fill it in a block here and there. Maybe we just make it a 1, but then that kind of looks a little lame, doesn't it? Maybe we just keep it like this and then kind of peel back the mountain a little bit naturally like so. Maybe that's what we do. That actually kind of looks pretty good. After all, it doesn't need to be secret. Oh, here we go. And then we can incorporate this sort of design around here. That looks nice. You notice this, in you go. You see these waterfalls down here, and then you keep going. There's our furnaces. There's going to be our composter and a bridge to the other side. Yes. And then I think for this other side, I'm just going to keep the consistent. There's a skeleton there. Consistent thing, maybe move it over a little bit more so I can fit the waterfalls in here. Or maybe we do something completely different. I don't know what exactly I'm going to do, but all of a sudden now we're on the other side. Isn't that so great? I love it so much. I don't think I was ready for just how much I was gonna adore this build that we're doing. And it's specifically this shot right here. I don't know what it is. This view, jumping down this mountain, popping outside underneath. We have this little floating island that off in the cliff. You can see the beautiful amplified terrain. We're underneath this place. We see a little bit of inside of this bottom half of this cliff. It just looks so cozy. It's exactly what I wanted out of an amplified experience. And as you can see, I've done a little bit of work. I basically did exactly what I said we were going to do. We put some clay on the back, and I decided to go with some bamboo on the walls. Now, I think it looks a little too samey. I might throw in maybe some hardened clay, green clay or something like that, but I like that. But as for the ceiling, we haven't done much over here. This is going to be, you guys get what that's going to look like. But over here, we have the ceiling, and I put in these glowberries and leaves, and I think that's going to look really, really good. As for the smelters, I've put in some item frames to kind of let you know what you're going to be smelting and everything, so it's pretty standard. I put in some of these logs just to make it look, I don't know, maybe a little bit more professional, I guess, or like it's supposed to be here, and I tried putting this all like out like that, but that looks like a little too cramped, so we just did that. Make sure we do that, add a little piece of wood back there as if it's kind of like on a table stand or something like that. I don't know, maybe we could do something like this where we bring that back and then strip that. Does that look okay? That doesn't look terrible, but I think I like the plank more. Don't know why, just kind of looks better to me. And so not only do we have just kind of our regular smelter, regular furnaces, but I also got some smokers and some blast furnaces, which I think are going to be extra cool. Where are my item frames? I moved my chests down here just so that way we could have a nice close by thing, but we did cook up some chicken right here. Might as well stock up on our own as well. And we did get some of this iron, so that way we could put some iron down here, and I think that looks great. In terms of lighting, I added in these little fence posts. I'm not quite sold on them, not quite sold on the green grass anymore. That's like the main thing I was really excited about, but I don't know. It kind of looks a little weird now. It looks a little plain. Maybe we'll put in some grass and it'll look a little bit better and I'll be a little bit more happy with it, but I don't know, it looks a little weird to me. We put in some firefly bushes and obviously some leaf litter because I think that is going to work really, really well so long as we use it sparingly. And I should mention this little cutout here I put on this balcony type thing. I think it's too big, but reason being, if we fly on out here and we turn around, first of all, look at this beautiful view, right? Look at this. We got the little bridge right there. And then this little jut out. I think I want to just make that jut out look a little bit more professional, even though that looks really good. I kind of want to put some bamboo underneath this with some support, make it like a prominent feature instead of just an accidental little hole in the wall. But I think that looks so cool from this side. I love that. And I love how it's not just a pathway, it's actually useful. I've been expanding my bee empire, and I did fix the texture pack because it was just vanilla tweaks being a little bit weird, but then we could just jump down and go either through the window or through here. I love it. Now I just need to show you this ceiling design that I have. And boy, let me tell you, if you want some iron and you're playing in an amplified world, man, dig into one of these mountains and there's just a ton of iron. We've had a ton of iron throughout this entire process, which is good because we have a lot of hoppers and we need a bunch of iron. In fact, I still need to craft the iron for these. But anyway, now that we have that there, I want to get our glowberries first and maybe some bone meal. And I want to put them right where they're not in the way. Oh, and I should probably do this too. We're gonna snip them so that way they can't grow. But I also want them to feel like they're meant to be there, like they're growing naturally. Plus a little bit of extra light's pretty good, especially in the ceiling and down here. I think that's gonna be nice. Oh man, sometimes I think these dripstones make noise and it freaks me out. All right, that looks pretty good. That's not too bad. And then over here, we'll do the same thing. I kind of want a low one and then maybe one kind of in front almost. Yep, that's perfect. Another kind of tiny one, maybe just right here. Oh, and I love how that just brightens up everything. Yes. And then one kind of, you know what, maybe it's right here and we'll see how that looks. Okay, we'll put in now these mangrove leaves. Oh, I did put it one more up, didn't I? Dang it, I might need to push up the ceiling one more. Oh, dang it, I thought I did it right. No, we need to go up one more. That's okay, that's okay. I might do that off camera. But then I want everything to have at least like one layer of leaves and we'll see how that looks just like so. And then we can add on, yeah, you can still open the chest. You can bring that down, maybe bring this over. That looks good right there. And yes, we will bring this into the hallway. And this is also what I plan on doing in the cave area, doing very similar stuff to this. Maybe without the leaves, maybe just the moss up there and the little moss flower with the particle effects going on. That could be pretty cool. And I hope that one doesn't get too lost. We'll do that. No, I think that looks good. Maybe if we do this, bring that down, bring this down, do something wild and different. I love it. I love it so much. And the podzol underneath here, you guys know how much I love podzol. I think that looks great for these pods. We'll move it into here. And then, yes, I do want to get this. But first, we need to make some more hoppers because we do not have any. And for this, we're not going to do chests. Instead, we're going to do something else, which is probably not the most efficient. But I don't know if you could tell, I'm not exactly going for efficiency this time around. Instead, what we're going to do is we are going to do a minecart on rails. And I think if we just use, you know what, I want to use the packed mud for this. I love the mud sounds. I don't know why, it's perfect. We'll craft ourselves up a minecart with a hopper. And then I think, as weird as this looks, I think just a lever there and then placing down the minecart. Yeah. And now all we need to do, whenever we need to compost something, like let's do this leaf litter here, all we need to do is catch this. And I think, yeah, it should be fine if we just put it in there and then it'll evenly distribute it, or mostly evenly distribute it towards all of these composters, and we'll get ourselves some bone meal. Now, in terms of how this looks, I definitely very much like this. Should I do this on the ends though? Maybe we have some trap doors right there. I do remember making these trap doors. I like that. I like that a lot. It's a little noisy. It's definitely a little noisy, but I don't mind. Although I will probably switch these out for logs and strip them because you got to. We'll put one down there, strip that, make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, I think we're in business. I think that looks pretty good. And I really don't mind the lever there. Sometimes Minecraft machines need to look like machines, even though this is just a minecart. Let's just fill this all in with leaves. And I think this is going to be really cool because I think we could do that. That might block our lever access though, so we could do that. Okay, that's not too bad. That might even hide the lever if you don't like it. Let's move this over here. Maybe this comes down a little bit. This can come down too, just like that, and kind of hide that minecart if we really don't want to look at it. But I think it looks pretty good right there. It's really overgrown, and I think what we've got to do now is just do this regular pathway. I think it's actually okay. I know this one's a little bit taller. We might just bring it down so that way nobody's really concerned, but that might be too tall. Let's just use these sparingly since we've got them a little bit all over the place. We can bring that down, maybe one of them right here, and these all look good. So let's make sure they never grow again, and we can light them up for sure. Now we cover this with leaves. The reason I put the moss behind it is because I didn't really want to look at cobblestone or stone brown behind the leaves. I just think the green looks really nice, kind of makes it a little bit ambiguous as to what's above or behind the leaves. I might even change what type of leaves. That does look a little short, doesn't it? That does look a little short. Oh no, we might need to bump it up a little bit. Yeah, that's what we might need to do, at least for this main way. These guys on the side, they look pretty good, but I might need to bump up one level or one block the ceiling. That's okay. We could do that off camera very nice and easily. But if we get rid of these shulker boxes, I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. This is a very natural place to be. It's kind of a balance in between the structured, like built feeling of this. Oh, and we need to like maybe even add in some flowers. Oh yes, there's a spore blossom. We've got, oh yeah, these drip leaves. I don't know how these work because I tried placing them in here and you can't place them in here. Maybe they just all have to go on clay. I don't know if that was a thing, but that's probably a thing. We've got some of these flowering azaleas, and I think I used all my grass, but yeah, we're gonna need to use grass. Put grass back here, and then this is going to be very, very natural cave. I love the shape, like I said before. We'll get grass, maybe some clay in here, maybe an axolotl. I don't know. Same thing with this. We'll get our lily pads. We'll get this going. This was just to help me get the ceiling going because the staircase is a little bit weird. So we'll probably buff this out a little bit, make it look a little bit more cave-like and natural. And same thing up here. I raised the ceiling a little bit more. We'll have to make this look a little bit more non-built sort of thing, but we love this door. I added in this. I put the block there so it looks kind of natural. If you were just walking by it, you'd be like, all right, whatever. That's just a weird looking rock thing. But then you can come in here to the secret entrance. Oh, it's going to look so good. Fall on down. Hello. We've got our furnaces set up. We've got our composter set up, ready to go. We have a beautiful view of our world. And again, I just love how this looks and what this means. This is so fantastical. It's so great. I love how you can just fly around and all of a sudden be right where we need to be. And I love how this looks. Let's get you a better shot of that. Look at this, just all of this pathway and then this bridge. It's so sprawling. It's so great, and I have a lot of more work to do on it. But you guys have gone without an episode for so long. I am gonna forego showing you this on screen. You guys get the picture. I think it's time that we finally take on something that I've been procrastinating at this point. We need to figure out the biggest wheat farm you've ever seen on YouTube. All right, that's probably not entirely true because, I mean, there have been some pretty big wheat farms on YouTube. That was kind of the thing back in the day. But the reason I say I've been putting it off is because I was actually building it in a creative mode of the seed right here. And it's a pretty big wheat farm. Like I said, top to bottom, that's so huge. It's so big. Like here, it looks pretty cool to think of it right there. But practically speaking, man, it's so big. And I don't mind the wheat. Like I know planting it's going to be very impractical. I've got some redstone ideas to help limit that. Oh, that looks so good. Anyway, I'm just worried that it's going to look ugly, like a big, ugly, same block sort of blob. And I don't want to ruin this by having some weird block shaped building there. So we are going to be building this thing together because I have a couple different ideas and I think it's about time I stop procrastinating. And I want to show you just why I'm procrastinating this project. We are here in a copy of our world. We are in a creative world. I occasionally make copies. I mean, obviously I make backups of my Minecraft world, but I'll make copies to get like good thumbnail pictures. I know I could just open the lamp, but it's easier to just copy a world, get a new world. So sometimes I'll get here looking for a good screenshot or something. You can see this is sometime last episode. I don't have my bees yet. I don't even have the second half figured out or all the stuff we did inside. So it's an old version of this world. I need to make a new one, but it's the one that I've been doing this with. And I know it's a little spoilery showing you the vision before anything, but it's because I wanted to show you this and I just don't know how you feel about it. This is the vision I had for this wheat farm from top all the way down to bottom. It's pretty big. I love the brick. I really do like the mangrove wood and the brick. I think it looks good, especially once we mix it up with the red terracotta. And then we just have dispensers all here, just flush all of this out. We have some things to walk on the side and to replant. I know it would take a while, but this world is about the spectacle and about the fun of just basic Minecraft. And I thought just a big old wheat farm would be really good. But the more I look at this, the more I try to figure out a good theme? I just don't know. Because at the moment, if we take a step back here into this tree that we usually look at this with, to me, that just looks repetitive. To me, that just looks terrible. Now, obviously, having the same pattern might help. I know like that one's a little bit bigger than that one and everything, but I just don't know if there's anything that's in my brain that I can build to be this tall that's not going to look obnoxious next to this really beautiful natural path that we have, especially with the new bridge that we have in our main world or the real world. But then I think to myself, like, okay, what if that's just the first big thing that I build in this world? And as we do other builds, that's going to look a little bit more normal. I don't know. And so what I might do is I might only build it to like maybe there. Oh, sorry, the vines are in the way. To maybe like there to where that little plot of land is, a little jut out of the mountain. So that way it's just this tiny little building there that still has a lot of wheat to it, but maybe it's just only half as tall. And then maybe if later down the road we might want to expand it up further, we can then do that and have all of that be wheat. But I've thought about, okay, so if we want it at least that big on top, I need to widen it on the bottom. But then I thought that would look kind of weird if we have this big thing. It almost looks like a skyscraper, which is very different than the theme that we're going with right here. And now I'm even second guessing the brick because I like the brick on its own, but looking at the bamboo and the jungle versus that, I'm not too sure. I don't know. I know I said that I'm like trying to go for an OG Minecraft experience and not build in like anything other than survival, but this was just too big of a project not to at least map out a little bit here. And I'm glad I did, because if I built all of this in survival and I didn't like it, oh boy, that would be really stressful. Now, I did just think of this a little while ago before I started recording again. Having a stone, like I know stone's just so basic and there's no like new blocks. We could do tough, but then having the chains, because in the world we have the chains with our bed now. So maybe we do little pods like that, like all of these are stone and then they're chained together like that. I don't know, that kind of looks interesting. It doesn't fix the repeat pattern, but it does break it up a little bit. I would use a different type of stone, but I really like this mossy stone for some reason right now. But then if it's food like wheat, I don't know if that's a good look. You know, maybe you want something a little bit cleaner. Maybe we do use deep slate and deep slate tile or something. I'm at a builder's block, beautiful people. I don't know. What do you guys do when you get builder's block? How do you get out of it? I'll tell you what I want to do. We're back in the real world here. I want to give up. I want to quit, but that's not what I really want to do. So here I've cleared out a little bit of this little jut out like we were talking about, because this is at least what I want to do. I at least want to do this up to here. So I think I'm going to space out where I want this to start, at least in terms of our center point, which I think is going to be around here somewhere. And then we'll just make the dirt platforms. And this will be a rough estimate. This isn't what we're going to actually do yet. I just want to get a good feel for where the first platform is going to go, how far away this should be. I don't think they should be like every other, like this. Like I think that's going to be a little bit weird. So I want to put them 3 blocks up. So that way we can have like a decorative block, like a half slab right there. So that way it looks a little bit nicer. It's going to be a little less efficient because it's not the most amount of layers within this amount of space, but with the amount of space we have, I think we're going to be just fine. Yeah, that's not too bad. We can probably move it over a little bit. So this would be our 9x9 area. And of course, we'll probably maybe push this back a little bit more into the mountain because we want the dispensers to be at least a little bit tucked in there. We don't want it just on the side of the mountain. We want it kind of coming out of the mountain. And then we'll just repeat that all the way up to here. And we'll see if we need to move these platforms either front or back. I think I'm just gonna go out like so, just so we can see the center point as well as how far it goes out. Oh, look at all this dirt. And I think this is gonna be our last layer for now. Also, I gotta say, this is something I'm also looking forward to, like seeing our path from this angle, our bed from this different angle from way down here. It's just yet another reason why I love the amplified world. All right, let's take a step back and look and see. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3. That's 11 platforms. That's like an entire stack and then some of a hay bale. That's really good, because if each of them are like 9 wide, that's over a stack per thing. And you know what? Dang it. Now that I'm like building it here, it almost looks too small. But you know what? Donuts, that's good. That's good. Oh man, we need to get rid of these vines so bad. I think that's a good size for now. I think that's a great place to start. That's exactly what we're gonna do, beautiful people. I'm gonna expand out this real quick, and then I'll be back with you to get the aesthetics going. Hold up. before we do that, I just want to show you real quick. I finished this, not this side. This side's still barren and nothing, but I think on this side, what we're going to do is there's a lot of just blank space here. And what we need, as I discovered while mining out this entire mountain, is that these chests, especially with the stone, are getting pretty full. I needed to make another chest with a bunch of stone bricks just to arbitrarily get them out of that chest. So I think what we're gonna do as a utility, this area, as we come back around here, is gonna be big silo storage for our stone, cobblestone, dirt, whatever we need extra storage of. It'll just be generic storage down here. I think it'll look really cool. Maybe we make it look a little bit more artificial and built, because this is our kind of natural setting. You can see I finished this entrance area with the stone and everything. We've got lots of flowers because, you know, the composter, the bone meal, they're growing a lot of flowers here. Looks great. I switched out the coal for the blaze rods because I completely forgot we had that. Over here, we've got the logs. This place looks good, but the biggest change that you guys need to see is look at this. We've got the lush cave going. We've got clay. We've got the slime blocks actually launching you now. We've got dripstones. We've got little campfires underneath these half slabs to show the waterfall and the rushing waters and everything, and it looks so good. And then here we have either this button hidden behind that waterfall, or we have this button that's kind of camouflaged into the side of the thing. And this is the entrance. We've got the dripstone cave right here, some water, some lily pads, and some dripstone or some drip leaves. It looks so cool. I love it. Some moss to hide the lighting, which I also got rid of the lanterns down there. I love the lanterns in here, as if you're exploring this cave. We've got this entrance, which I think looks really great. I'm really happy with this. I'm really happy with how this turned out. You fall down, you're down here in this natural area. It's so beautiful on this bridge. So awesome. Gonna be able to come around here and just, I love this view. Oh, look at it. Oh, it's so beautiful. The bee empire is rising. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get going on these platforms. I'll be back to decorate them with ya. I gotta say, I'm pretty excited for this project now. I know I was really nervous before, and I still am pretty nervous about how this is all gonna look. But now that I've got this all squared away, I've made the actual platforms we're gonna put the wheat on. You can see, oh, it looks pretty cool. I decided to go with the dark oak clearly and the dark oak stripped logs on the side just to kind of give it a little bit of a border. And I might try this before we really get going here. Let's jump on down. Oh, if we make some trap doors and then fly on up here. These leaves are just temporary just because I was testing out the water. I made this thing one too far out because when it's 9 wide, the water only went to like the second to last block, which makes a lot of sense. But if we put on trapdoors on the outside like so, I wonder if the wheat can still fall down or if that will block it. Well, let's see if I like how that looks in the first place. You know what? That might be okay. We might go with a different trapdoor because that's a lot of chocolate. That's a lot of chocolate blocks right there. You might go with the traditional spruce, maybe mangrove, who knows? But I think that might be better than just the dirt on the side. That is, of course, if the water flows, which we can give it a nice little test. You can see we're going to put dispensers here or maybe even trapdoors. We'll see if that makes everything fall. Oh, well, maybe that was a bad test. Let's see. Does that have things go over the edge? That kind of does. We'll keep it on this top platform for now, and then later I'll test it out a little bit more thoroughly. I'm also really nervous about the lighting. I forgot that you need to light up your crops. So we'll have to implement that into the design. But overall, I'm really happy with these platforms, and I am just gonna need to bite the bullet and start building. And we are gonna go with the brick. I know I kind of liked the stone brick and the moss, which we might switch to, but while it's this tinier version, I've been smelting up some regular bricks, and you can see I have some terracotta and even some concrete in my inventory, and we have a ton of bricks and a ton of glass. We're gonna need probably even more glass, so we'll need to visit the desert eventually for some more sand. But I think for now I'm gonna get some bricks, get some glass, and then start off at the bottom. I think we need these to be blocks in order for the water to flow out properly. We need this to go one more further out like so, and then the glass will go like on this line right here. So I think that means this corner is going to be our mangrove situation. So let's jump on down. Oh, I missed the slime blocks. Okay. And I think it starts right here. I think that's the proper angles, right? Because this is the glass. That's one out. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's hope that's right. And I think I said it last episode, but this mangrove wood is the absolute worst wood to farm. I planted like 5, 6, 7, 8 trees. And I got like barely a stack of wood. It's such a beautiful wood. I love the skin of it, the bark of it. It looks so great. Yes, this is the right one. Okay, cool. It's a really nice soft brown, but I just wish it was a little bit easier to get. I love feather falling. All right, that's those pillars done, which I think is most of the mangrove wood. I've been trying to clean up this place. I don't know if you could tell. I've been really trying to get the grass back in place and fix what the Enderman broke. And I think it's going pretty well so far. Got to smooth it out a little bit more, but it looks a lot better than what it was. Ooh, and I like that. I was worried about the brick and the mangrove when it was all the way up to there, but if we're just gonna do this tiny little, well, tiny, this smaller version, I'm a little bit less worried. And especially if I don't like it, I can really easily change it as opposed to changing, you know, from ground level all the way up to this mountain, which, by the way, look at this view, right? Isn't that view just so good? I've gotten a couple comments on my videos saying, I love how excited you get over the terrain generation or just how beautiful the world is. I'm like, is that not why? Part of the reason why we play Minecraft? Because of the beautiful world generation, you know? Like, I feel like that's why. That's why I play Minecraft. Or at least one of the reasons. And there's our first layer of brick. Now, what I'm thinking of, let's actually go get some stone. I definitely need a better way of getting up here. Okay, we're here. Let's pick up some stone because I think at the very bottom of this, I want a little base of just flat out stone to try and give it a little bit of structural integrity. Maybe we can go right to this first layer. Maybe we could just do this and even take out this brick and mangrove so that way we can maybe even make it thicker. That way it kind of has a foundation, and we can maybe make the stone bricks too if we like this idea. I mean, what other terrain generation are you gonna get this view while you're building a wheat farm? This is crazy. And of course it starts raining. What time is it? Oh, right, bright early morning. Oh yes, oh yes. That looks so good. That looks so good. We're definitely gonna make that stone bricks, and we're gonna put some Yep. We're going to put some moss down here. Yeah, that looks really good. Some cobblestone, mix it up a little bit, maybe even bring it out one. Ooh, we could do that now. I don't know how I feel about it being a little bit thicker down there. Let's maybe scale it back by one. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. I like that. I like that quite a bit, actually. But distractions aside, I wanted to make those little kind of just designs in the front, but I don't want to do it every single platform. I want this outside almost to be isolated from the inside. Dang, this looks, I'm really happy with this a lot more than what I thought it would be. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to close this down, and don't you worry, there's going to be hoppers and water lines and stuff for the redstone of this. We're going to do that. And then I don't know how high I want to go. Maybe we make it 2, so that way we do kind of have an idea of when we should follow the pattern. So maybe like that, however big that is. And then I did like what I did with this little archway just to make it a little bit softer. All right, that's a little too triangular for me. Maybe I didn't do it as much. There we go. There we go. That's a whole lot better. Enderman, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. Get out of here. Stop destroying my world. Where'd you go? There you are. Give me the dirt. Give me the dirt. Yeah, that's way better. And then we come inside and we just add some glass. And as much as I want to use glass panes because the wheat is going to shoot out from these platforms, if we use glass panes, then they're just going to get stuck on this level. So we got to use the full blocks, which is going to be a lot more expensive. Oh, but that looks nice. And then I really need to come up with a good roof design. I think that's just big enough. I really think that's just big enough. Okay, now I'm going to go through. Oh no. Oh no. I'm going to go through this and I'm just going to repeat this design over this entire front, which I think is just every 2 levels. We're going to add this row of bricks, and then maybe we can we get this bottom? I think we can. Oh yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. Skip 1. Get to the other one, and then it's right on the ground level. And this is so serene. I love this, the jungle with the rain. I know on YouTube we don't like rain, but personally, when I'm playing Minecraft and it's raining, it's just so peaceful. And as I'm a lot happier with this design, I'm gonna need to start talking or thinking about the functionality of this, because functionally, pretty simple. Dispensers back here, pushes the wheat down. Hoppers at the bottom, that's perfectly fine. But outside of, oh, we might need to make one more level. Or maybe not, maybe not. No, this being the roof, I think might work out quite well. Because then the ground floor would be there, I think. So I think that would be dirt. So let's go up that tall. Because we do need a roof on this. And I think that is as tall as it would be. So let's try to cap this off. But yeah, once we get rid of this scaffolding, like how are we going to get up and down? How are we going to replant? Where are we going to put the lights? Because I think this brick design is great for the front, but what about the side? Do we need to get rid of some of these logs for some glowstone or something? Do we have lamps hanging from the underside? That very well could be a possibility. But taking a step back, we're going to need to sleep if we're going to want to get like a good look at this. Okay, that is really good. And I think I did it right the first time. Every other level, yeah, that looks really good. But I think it's time for a nap now. I just love flying up here, sleeping in this little magic carpet we got floating up in the sky. This is so great. And then the view from up here, yeah, that's going to be so good. Oh, that's going to be so good. What's not good is this Enderman again. I killed him. And believe it or not, I think I have enough glass for this. At least for this front side. I don't know about the sides or what the design is going to be for the sides, but at least for the front, we're going to be looking good. And I should mention, we finally got, I think it was Continuity, the mod that mimics the Optifine connected glass texture. And I love it so much. It's so much better than the vanilla, which reminds me, I have been, well, at least by the time this video is posted, I should have put all of the mods that I use down in the description. So just in case you're curious, okay, that's good. They should all be down there. Let me know if something is missing or not working or something. But there's that. That looks really good to me. Let's look at it from the side. Obviously, we'll need to get something for the side. I don't think I want to repeat this on the side. I want to do something a little bit different. But in terms of the front, in terms of what you see, I'm very happy with that. And if that were to go all the way up there, I feel like it would be really odd. It would kind of look like a skyscraper, and that's not really what I'm going for. We could put a little roof on this, little silo type thing maybe, and this looks really, really good. And what we can do now, instead of just having all of this be brick, we can randomly throw in some of this terracotta. That might be a little bit too much terracotta, but that's going to look a lot better than just the repeating brick pattern for sure. Yeah, I definitely went a little bit too hard with that. That's a little bit much. And I did want to check out this red concrete. I feel like it's just going to stand out way too much. Yeah, that's like way too harsh compared to the brick. That is a deep, bright red. Oh my goodness, that looks like lipstick. That's terrible. Now, in terms of what's going to go back here, I think this is the next thing that I've kind of got figured out. I'm clearly going to need more dispensers because that's all we've got for now. But when it comes to the design, at least aesthetically, I think it would be great to continue on the logs, but I'm torn between either these planks or do we go with a bamboo backing? I know the wheat is going to give us some color. It's going to be very yellow. And so that's why I'm not going with the like bamboo planks, but I'm wondering if the wheat will also kind of wash out the oak color. And get out of here, zombie. I'm kind of leaning towards the bamboo just to keep it tied in with the bamboo theme that we got going on, especially like that. Like that's a very yellow wheat. And I don't know if it's even going to matter. Maybe we go terracotta back there, like a nice green terracotta, very simple, plain, not super saturated color. Kind of blends in. Yeah, let me test out a few things real quick. Those almost look like melons, don't they? Oh boy, I think I got it. I'm really excited for this. I think I figured out at least a base design for what the sides of this wheat farm is gonna be. And I have clearly figured out that I am not gonna be using dispensers for the water distribution or the water redstone. Instead, we are gonna be using trapdoors, which I wish I figured out a little bit sooner because, well, I crafted up over a stack of dispensers, and then after looking at them, I said they look ugly, and especially with the redstone, these trapdoors are going to be so much easier. In fact, let's demonstrate. I know this isn't like fully grown yet, but you can see a line of trapdoors. Now, they are placed on this block facing this way. So they're just like that. So that's how they work. So they're going to go down like that on that block and they should release the water, which makes this redstone incredibly easy because all we need to do is send a long pulse back here. This redstone is being, or these trapdoors are being powered by this redstone, and all we need to do is turn off this lever, turn it back on, and that should be our harvesting method. So let's flip the switch. Hey, 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 hey. They all fall down. Look at that go. Now, I did test this out earlier, and unfortunately, if we have trapdoors right here, sometimes things will get stuck. So we're not going to go with that. Even though it did look a lot better. I put some spruce on these and it looked really good, but it's just unfortunately not going to work out. But we also see this redstone lamp and the glowstone on the sides here. Now, I wish I had the redstone lamp on the side, but it'd be really weird to power it. But I initially started with this glowstone, but the reason it doesn't work with the glowstone is because when you have a redstone on glowstone, it doesn't affect the block next to it. It's a transparent block. So this trapdoor never moved, which means that we would have had like a whole bunch of wheat just stacked up right here because this water would have never flowed, which is also why we have water flowing here. If you really wanted to condense this, you wouldn't have this wood on the side and you would bring this wall in and you would only have this water flowing down this way. But I like the aesthetics of this. I feel like it feels a little bit more cozy. As a result, we're just going to need to have one more trapdoor with water. Otherwise, you would have gotten this little thing where this water source pushes everything to this block. Well, actually, let's just show you. We would have had this. If we didn't put one there, everything would have congregated right here, which is not what we want. And yes, I did decide to go with the mangrove. You can see the water through the mangrove, which I didn't know if I was really a big fan of. But then with the sides, with the bricks, the red terracotta, I thought this mangrove looked really good from the outside. And let me show you what I did decide to do with the outside. Instead of doing more glass, I decided to go with red terracotta. Now, it looks pretty flat and I'm not super happy with it. I will definitely add more bricks inside of this patch, but I also tried like stone, cobblestone. I tried even some white terracotta or some gray terracotta just to match kind of the mortar part of the brick texture, and that didn't look too good. So we're going to try to break this up with some regular bricks just to make it look a little bit better. But you can see down here, we did get that stone brick. Oh, I just love it. So there's something about Minecraft's textures, especially this one, where it's just so classic to me. It feels so good having a nice base foundation here. Oh, I love it. Now, in terms of gathering all of the seeds and the wheat and everything, we have some hoppers currently, but it's going to be another water source or two here going this way, and we can collect it all right here right now. This is all the wheat that we've tested so far. Don't worry, that'll go away. That's pretty ugly. But what I plan on having is a water block going that way. So the wheat falls down, goes through water this way, and then probably underneath down inside the mountain, or just down to a tube underneath here. And then I kind of want it to be visual. I want like a clear glass tube with all of the wheat and seeds coming up with like a bubble column, right? And then a bubble column goes all the way up here. So I might lay it against this mountain because that's a pretty flat mountain right there. And then out in the open right here in this pathway, we'll have our item sorter. We can mine into the mountain there, have that be a little overhang, and just tons of wheat and hay bale storage. I am really excited, but right now I'm kind of in this tedious building process where I am kind of doing this, going up into here. I'm going to need to place all of these mangrove trapdoors, which is going to take a really long time, not to mention then somehow go to the back and hook all of this up to the redstone, put all of the water in, and then figure out a way to get up and down, which I'm thinking having like a 3x3 area, maybe bigger right here, and having kind of like an outline like so. But if we do have an outline with a little door, we are going to need something like a trap door on the side, which I think is a little clunky. We probably will go with like a fence gate. Ooh, that could look really good. A mangrove fence gate. Yeah, that could look really nice. Ooh, nice and simple. You can have a pressure plate on this block. We walk in automatically. That feels good. And I'm aware this is going to take a long time to replant all of these seeds, but like sometimes you just gotta do that in Minecraft, you know? Sometimes you need your projects where you just kind of sit down, you relax a little bit, you plant some wheat, and believe me, this is a lot of wheat. And of course, we are gonna need to figure out some sort of roof. I'm thinking almost like a cottage roof. I don't even know if that's what you call it. Just like a barnyard, really tall and circular roof right here. I don't know. Or maybe a flat roof, kind of like a jungle, I guess cabin, like a cabin in the jungle. Who knows? fields. Either way, I'm going to get going on this tedious stuff. I'll sync up all of the redstone. I'll get this side kind of up and down figured out. And then we should be back when we figure out this storage area and the final redstone. All right, everybody, get ready for the big reveal. Let's jump over this hill and take a look at that. I think it looks so stunning. There's a little bit of glitchiness with the water, but I'm so ready for this. This is now a fully functional wheat farm. I don't think that's the best roof that you could put on it, but I think it's the best roof that I could put on it. Like I say, I'm not the best builder. I wish I had the skills of so many other better builders, but I like this little jut out. This is, well, actually, let me just show you what's down here. We clearly have the wheat field, and then around this corner, we have a little mangrove door going inside of here and this brick little chimney type thing. I thought it was really cool. It kind of looked like a silo. I went with the mangrove fence gates. We have some stripped dark oak logs with some lanterns to get this light. And all we got to do is just pick whatever level we want and just go that way. We could see entering it in right here. It looks so nice and full. I love the view that you get. We've got the beautiful mangrove trap doors with the little light there. It looks so good. It does take a while to get to the top, so I might add something else, or, you know, I'll probably just ender pearl or something up here. But now we're up here. We have a door to go this way. That's where we're going to put our storage, which we're going to build next. But up here, we have the final tower. We just went with brick. I still need to make this look more interesting with the brick and then the clay over here. Just spotted, not as much as we did before, but I think that'll just look interesting. I'll probably do that after this episode. We've got some lanterns in here. Looks pretty good just to light the place up a little bit. But now, what you're most excited for, oh, I should mention, there's hay bales down there. One, because, you know, hay bales, but two, if we take off our feather falling boots and then we jump down here, oh no, we're fine. The hay bale saves us. So good. Here is the button. This button is going to harvest all of this wheat, and it's very simple. All it is, this button goes into this, goes into a pulse lengthener, which is going to flip this redstone torch, which I just got so lucky. This is just a simple torch tower, and they all managed to line up perfectly with this. You can see this is how we lined up the redstone and the redstone lamp. I don't know if this is like the most compact or efficient redstone lengthener that we have, but it's the one that I'm using. I'm actually going to add on another thing and lengthen it even more, just so that way we can run out here and get the good visual of the water running. Make sure it's connected. All right. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? We're going to hit the button and then fly on out here, get up here. Oh, and there it is. There it goes. There it goes. The water, the wheat falling. Oh yeah, I guess you can't see the wheat from here falling off, but very quick pulse. All the water pushes all of the wheat down. Let's go inside and inspect. Let's go on up here from the outside. Like I said, we'll make a little doorway there. Up on the top, we have no leaks, nothing hanging on the sides. That's looking pretty good. Let's jump on down to where the hoppers are currently at. I added in some hoppers down here, and this, oh, it's beautiful. This is exactly what I wanted to show you, because these hoppers, like, this is such a massive wheat field already. These hoppers are completely full, except for, you know, some of them. So that's why we're going to replace these hoppers with a water stream. And that water stream is going to go into some item sorters that are going to be, well, as high capacity as we can make them. But I thought it might be nice to show you what a good harvest is with this thing. It looks like we've got 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and like a third stacks of wheat. That is stinking awesome. 3 stacks of bread, over a stack of hay bales per harvest, and we could potentially make this even bigger. Look at that, almost a stack and a half of hay bales just from one harvest alone. And we're gonna need more than 9 stacks of seeds to replant this thing. I think it's 12 layers and like 71 wheat per layer. And in terms of size, what I was worried about, if it were up here and it was all the way down there, yeah, I think that might have been too much, but I think the size right there, especially once we put this in, I think it's going to be perfect. That stinking Enderman. But man, it looks so good from here. It looks like a big storage silo. I want to harvest it and like be in front of the glass one of these times. But something more important we have to do right now, and I guess I should explain that, we are going to set up our storage area. Oh man, is this really low? It is really low. Whoa, I was probably listening to something. We need like I said, we need a place to store all of this wheat. And I definitely want an auto crafter to get the wheat into hay bales because I think that's just the best way to store it. And I want to keep the natural curve of this mountain, but I do want to make it pretty, I don't know, man-made. So I think we're gonna carve out this a little bit. I want like a nice little oak staircase here or something 3 wide, make it look really nice, as if, you know, you're still a farmer up here, but you're just in this amplified world. Now, in terms of this is in line, at least I think it's in line with the hoppers that are in here. It's not, it's one over. That's okay, that's okay. It's just one closer, so it's actually this one right there. That's the one we want to do. So the idea is the wheat falls down there, goes into a water thing, and then it's going to go into a water elevator that goes all the way up to the top. But I'm worried because I think I want to make this out of mangrove, and I did a lot of mangrove wood farming to get these. Mojang, why'd you have to make mangrove such an attractive block and yet make it so difficult to get? But I think that's our dirt block. So we're gonna go up like so. Actually, no. This is where the glass is going to go. So we're going to go here and bring this all the way up. And we might either go down below or up above. Let's actually take a look and see how tall that is. It might be cooler. Yeah, I think it might be better if we go down below the walkway and then go up again and then do this across, even though it'd probably be easier just to go up and over. Let's do up first and then we could always take it down. And I think around here is going to be good because I think this is just over enough if we make it like that. And then obviously glass so we can see it. We might even do trapdoors you can't see through very easily. So let's do that on the other side. That does look pretty cool. If we're up here, we're just watching the wheat come up and come over. Might even need to be lower, but that's okay. It's a bit of a bulky pipe, but you get the idea. And plus this is actually going to be that way. I think we'll go all the way up to there. Yeah. Apart from that weirdness, that honestly feels pretty good because I still want to have this little thing there. In fact, we could probably put a little lantern there and probably put another block there. Okay. But anyway, I think that looks good because then you're going to be seeing it right there. Let's see how it looks like from a distance. That's not bad. That's not bad. But would it be better if it was down underneath your feet? I honestly think it will be because it stands out a little bit much up there. And if it was just a subtle inside here, I think that'd be better. So let's go ahead and bring it down. And if this is the platform, I kind of want to see it maybe 2 blocks down. So like maybe about here, at least the top of it. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that's so much better. That's really good. That way the wheat field the wheat field does overshadow the pipe and the pipe isn't like randomly taller than the actual thing. Yeah, I really like that mangrove wood. That's so cool. And it's gonna be so cool to have items flowing in here. Oh yes. And unfortunately, this is like the easy fun part. The difficult part's gonna be hooking all of this up. Yes, I love that so much. And then I do plan on doing the same concrete foundation for the door, as well as maybe this as a little island out here. I love that so much. That way when we fly in, we're probably just gonna fly in here. This is probably gonna be our main entrance. We can see the items coming up. After we harvest it, we can come over here. So now let's jump on down, and we'll probably need to clear our inventory first. And I'm sure I'm gonna need some signs because now we're gonna need to manipulate some water, which is it's not going to be fun. Let's break this. Oh, we're gonna need to get all of these seeds too, aren't we? Yes, we are. You know what? For now, let's just put them in the chest if we can. Clearly, we're gonna need like a composter too. And so the first water is gonna be here, and that's gonna get us all the way to there. So then we can go down this 1 block. Actually, I'll keep these 2 blocks open because we're gonna need to go underneath this pathway. So we're gonna bring this down quite a few blocks. And the reason I'm using stone bricks is because if I just kept this like dirt and stone, there's a chance that later I might run into it. And now I need to locate where this is at, where our center is. This should be it. And we can just dig down until we hit our tunnel. Nice and easy. That's not a long tunnel at all. This is gonna be really easy. And if I'm counting right, I think this is gonna be good. Yes, indeed. It's raining in real life right now, and it is so cozy playing Minecraft while it's raining. I did a lot of this stuff while watching. Oh, this is it. I did a lot of this stuff while watching season 2 of Building with BWO. I know earlier in the episode, I mentioned watching season 1, and I started actually watching season 1, and then I was like, nah, season 2 is the one that I want to watch, because that one, I'm so nostalgic over building with BWO. It's my like comfort YouTube series, and there's just something about playing Minecraft while watching Minecraft. It's so fun. It's so fun. I love this game so much. Okay, I'm gonna need, we need to go one over here, and then I think if we break this, one more over. Okay, and now if we break this should be all the way to here. Okay, well, a couple more down. I may have misjudged this. Down one more, that should go to there. This will be our soul sand, and I think we'll have to put signs here so that way these are water sources that we can just come up. We might need to put ice here so that they go into the, we're gonna need to play with that. That's the next thing that we need to do. Let's go ahead and get to it then. Uh-oh, I see a problem. What if that gets... Okay. I thought this might be an issue if a thing gets dropped there, but no, it is actually moving them. Even if we like force them this way, sometimes they drop weird. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think they're doing good. Sweet. Now that goes there. We go there. Let's do soul sand. Let's, with our few buckets of water. Yeah, we're gonna need to cut that off. I hope they have enough momentum. We might need to replace that with ice. Let's get our bubble column going though, and let's test out maybe some torches or something. We can throw in this water pool. Water's always fun in Minecraft. There we go. Yep, you're getting paired up. In you go. Because that's probably going to reset there. Oh, I think it works. Yep, they're not getting stuck there. That's so cool. And I'm going to leave this here for now because, well, one, I've got to decorate all of this. Oh, now I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. Elytra to the rescue. But now we need to figure out the end spot, which is where this comes into play. Once they come up here, all the way from the water, they go over here. I think this should be easy. You just have the water there and then another water source with like a sign. They fly up, go into here. I don't know. I'll check and see. Might need to move this over one a little bit. Who knows? That's a problem for me, not for you. We're going to go into here and then it's going to come up. But where do I want these hoppers to be? And where do I want the store? And what do I want the storage to look like? You'd think I'd figure this out by now. Do I want it to be here? I don't think I want it to be here. I honestly kind of want it to be kind of mined into this mountain a little bit. And I'm almost thinking like an amphitheater type of thing where it's like down one level, not like a whole like 5 levels or something, but just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a fun little dynamic. And then maybe we do kind of cut out this mountain just right here, maybe a couple blocks, maybe a couple blocks. We clearly need a lot of seed storage, but I also want to, hey, it's raining in Minecraft now. Great. I should probably go sleep before the phantoms come after me. Now let's just see how that looks before we go any further. I kind of like that a lot. I kind of really like that a lot. My build style is very much, or at least how I build, I very much figure out the shape of something first, and then I flesh out the functionality / what block palette I want to use. But I think just this little bit of a down step is going to be great. Just one little half slab here. We'll keep it open like a little courtyard. We can make this feel even more natural. But I do think we should do barrels instead of chests. I know, you think I'm crazy, but with the composter, with the auto crafter for the wheat into hay bales, I think we're going to be able to do some really fun stuff. I think behind the scenes, I'm going to do the redstone back here because this is going to need to come way up. And I think I'll have to sort items into the mountain and then have them snake back, kind of like go this way and then have them snake around this way and then be sorted through these chests. Because this is where I'm thinking of like putting the barrels, and we could have like, here's our bone meal, here's our hay bales, and then this could be just like a whole bunch of seeds or something. I know they're not as big as chests, but I don't think, I mean, are they entities? I feel like they lag the game less if you use barrels instead of chests. At least that's what I've heard. I definitely want this 5 tall, I've decided. It's hailing outside, let's go. This is so great. And I think just the direction the hoppers are gonna go, I'm gonna need to do the wheat and the seeds first. There's less wheat, so I think, oh man, you know what? No. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a line of hoppers. Oh, this is good. Okay, we have a line of hoppers, yes? Then we have a couple hoppers like going this way. And all we need to do is lock these hoppers if I want seeds to continue on through, and then seeds will be here. And in fact, I think these barrels would be perfect for seeds. But then I think before we're gonna get some hoppers to sort out the wheat, and the wheat can go this direction to be compacted into hay bales, which can be like literally just one line of barrels should be good. I mean, a stack and a half per use of this thing, like that's probably, I don't even know, that's probably like 15 to 20 uses before one barrel gets filled up. So I don't know how often I'm going to do this. I don't know how often I'm going to need it. Same thing with then bone meal. And I think that's it, which if that's the case, we can then separate these a little bit more, have a little bit more decorative stuff. I think that's good. And then I think this will remain grass out here. I might do we could have that be grass, and then maybe either one block of this out here, or just have this be the slab that we walk over with some moss thrown in there. Yes, and some mossy cobblestone. And then down here, I was thinking either brick. Well, no, brick is the wall. We could go with this dark oak or just regular oak. I'm not entirely sure. Could always go with spruce. Spruce is always my favorite go-to wood. Or we could do bamboo. I don't know, but I'm really liking this. I'm getting in a flow state. This is really good. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that looks fantastic. Oh, I love that so much. And then we could probably put like path blocks or coarse dirt out here to give the grass a little bit of variety, make it seem like we've been walking in it quite a bit. And that looks pretty good. We might add in some of this deep slate brick up top here just to add on like a structural thing, so it's not just literally just sitting underneath this mountain. And then we'll do a little pathway up to here. Maybe we literally just do a pathway. I don't know how wide we can make it, and this will have to be wood, but what if we just kind of come over? Oh yeah. Oh yes. Okay, well, I'm running out of recording time for today, so I am gonna do the horrible redstone for this off camera. I know you guys are so sad. I'll show you the redstone because it's gonna be some ugly redstone. Get over here. You guys see the layout. I'm really excited to see how this is gonna look. And then we'll do one more part. I'll show you the final product, and then I will post this video. You guys will love it, like it, subscribe it. I'll get 1 million subscribers from this wheat farm. So I will be right back. Well, welcome back, everybody. I did indeed do the redstone for the wheat farm, as well as all of this. Yeah, this genuinely didn't take me all that long. As soon as the redstone was hooked up, it was really easy. We already have, this is like the exact same barrel placement. I just threw some bricks up, threw something down there, mixed up the ground with some of these stripped oak logs, but I do want to show you all what is about to happen because our wheat fields are now full and ready to harvest. And I think this might just be my favorite wheat farm I've ever designed. So back here, obviously we have a ton of hoppers of all the different things, but I want to remind you that all of the wheat is going to be dropped down there, go up this thing, this water tower, this water column goes into here. And if we go in the back, we can kind of follow this pathway all around here. Don't look at this quite yet. The water will come up right here. The items will come up. They will go over. In fact, I really should make this taller just in case the items get stuck somewhere. I'll do that before we harvest, but then they'll come through here to these line of hoppers. I think you're supposed to do this to like align them at the edge of the hopper so that way they flow through and don't get stuck in the hoppers. I think that's right. But once they go through this line, we have two very simple item sorters. So down here, we have one item sorter for all of the seeds. I did 5 item sorters just for the seeds because, like I said, we have what, like 20 or 30 stacks of seeds when we harvest this thing. So 5 slots of hoppers would be 25 inventory slots, which is 25 stacks, so it should be okay. The seeds will get filtered into here, into these barrels, into this composter, which we have into an auto crafter of bone meal, which will then be spat out into this water line, and it will go to the bone meal chest. Now we have over here 3 item sorters for the wheat. The wheat will go into here, down into this auto crafter, and create hay bales and then go to the hay bale storage. It's all really simple. But if this item sorter was active all the time and we always got bone meal from all of the seeds, well, we would never have any seeds left over. So that's what this line of redstone is for. These redstone torches are locking these hoppers, and these hoppers are the filters. So if these are locked, the seeds will proceed on through down over here to the big seed chest. And this is a very simple just line of redstone that we have lined up all the way here into our control tower, and you can see we have seeds on the top. Flip this lever, it activates this redstone, which then deactivates all of these torches, which then allows these items to be filtered, which then allows bone meal to be created. Hopefully that was as simple and easy to follow as it could be, but we're definitely going to go with seeds this time around. I also added in a little porch, just nothing crazy. I decided to go with the same dark oak. I did also try to replace this with bamboo, and it did go pretty well with everything else, but I just wanted it to be dark oak. I put on these redstone lamps, and I have a daylight sensor here flipped to nighttime. So when it gets dark, these redstone lamps will turn on. Just a little extra something. But now I think it's time we flip the button. We have a couple seeds in there. We've got a lot of hay bales right there. In fact, I should probably take all of this out because I want, well, I guess we can keep them all in there. In fact, we could just throw these in here for now so we can see just how many seeds we're going to get and how many hay bales we're going to get from one single harvest. Now the button is down here, and I should mention, I also put in some stone to kind of give this a little bit more of a built-in feel. I added a little roof over there and a lantern just to make that look a little bit more official. It looks so great. I'm so happy with this. But like I said, now it's time. We are going to hit the button and then run out of here as fast as we can to see this working. Oh, I hope this all works. I really hope this all works. Let's go hit the button and fly on up. We could see the water's going nice. Flying on over here, we could see all of the wheat. Hopefully, yeah, there it is. Look at it go. Look at it go. That's so much wheat. That's so much wheat. That's crazy. Okay, let's jump into here. I need to create like a better area for this. Let's head on up to the redstone. Hopefully we don't get any clogs. I've tested this out with like 1 or 2 levels before. Oh no, we got some clogs. Oh, that's so many seeds. That is so many seeds. You know what it is? No, actually, no, these are all full. Oh my goodness, these are all full. You know what I might do? I might need to add another water stream. Or just another seed filter for these, the seeds in here. I would add another water source, but this block is part of the item filter. So, yikes. This is the most overpowered wheat farm I've ever made. I'm gonna pick these up and just put them in. How many are we missing? Quite a bit. We're missing quite a bit. But luckily we did have enough so that even if the wheat gets down here, we are still making hay bales, and that is exactly what it looks like it's doing. Let's go. I'm gonna try not to pick any up here, but you can see, boop, there you go. There's another hay bale, and there's another hay bale. Yes, it's so good. And at any point in time with all of these seeds, we could flip the switch and make it bone meal as soon as we see that we have enough seeds. But oh dang it, that's really sad that it gets stuck a little bit, that we didn't do enough. That's crazy that we didn't do enough. Our seeds are coming in, our wheat's coming in. I love this. I know the big wheat field is like the main thing to do on YouTube, but this to me is like a dream come true. I've always wanted to do something like this. I did do something like this in my previous amplified world, but this is like 20 times better than what I did before. The piping, the brick with the design. Oh, the lights are on now. Look at that. The lights are on because it's dark. And let me show you. I guess I should show you this down here. So you can see we've got skylight above us except for these leaves. This is in a nighttime mode. You could flip this to daylight sensor, but you just flip it to nighttime mode. We fly on in here. We have a comparator holding the signal. We have a comparator with, I believe, 10 out of 15 as a redstone signal until this thing goes through. And then it's just really simple redstone to all of these individual lamps, making sure that they're all powered on when we want them to. Very simple. And I believe that leaves do not affect the sunlight level. So I think that should be safe, and it looks pretty darn good. And yes, we have some slime blocks here. I originally just did that while I was building, but I think I might keep it because it is genuinely really fun to jump off of here and just hit this. And the slime block launchers in the underground and this stuff, oh, that's just the tip of the iceberg that we're gonna do with slime and slime block launchers. Now, I don't think that works, right? That's not gonna, no, okay, well, that's a bummer. So what I might need to do is I might need to switch out, I think, this last filter and just move this over one and then put a piece of ice right here so that way the items slide through the ice, put a half slab there, and then have a brand new water source here and just push it all the way down here. And so long as that is an ice block, I think that's gonna work. That's what I'm gonna test out and try to do, because I do not want to lose anything in this farm. I spent too much time all for this not to work perfectly. And I think that does it. I think that is every single item sorted after, I don't know, 15 minutes. I did add in another hopper right here. Maybe that'll give us, 5 more slots, but I still think that was over 5 slots. I'll look at the footage, but I think that was still more than 5 slots in this thing. So yeah, like I said, we'll move this over, create a block of ice right there. Maybe I can manipulate the water over here in some way. I don't know, but let's go down. You see, I put some ice here because items were getting stuck on some of these. So hopefully that's all working now, but let's jump on down and see just how much stuff we've got. Holy moly. No wonder the items, no wonder the items are getting overwhelmed. That's way more than I thought we were going to be. And look at that. That's exactly the amount of hay bales we got before with the other harvest. So a stack and a half of hay bales per harvest and a full barrel plus 5 plus another 5. So like 9 and, a quarter stacks of seeds. That is so many seeds. That's so many seeds. And the reason I say that is because that must mean, yeah, this hopper's full too. Wow. Wow, this is my bread and butter, beautiful people. Like I said, I ain't the best builder. This is a pretty darn ugly building, but man, I think it looks great. I love farming. I love crazy amounts of resources. I love redstone machinery, at least in terms of helping me farm stuff and storage systems. And now we have the auto crafter to auto craft bone blocks and hay bales. And oh, that's going to be so good. But of course, we didn't just build this wheat farm just to build a wheat farm. This is just another stepping stone in the master plan of this world, because one of my brand new favorite blocks ever just so happens to be the new mud block, which is not new anymore. Oh, we got chickens going on. And part of the recipe for this new mud block is wheat. And I want a lot of mud blocks, so we're gonna need a lot of wheat. And I'm so excited for next episode because I think after building this wheat farm, after basically completing this nice little underground area with a little bit of a bed area, this feels like a completed starter base. I know, episode 4 and Donuts just now finished his starter base. But now that we have this, we can then take all of these resources and build across this entire world. I want to do something on this jungle island. I want to come back here and kind of make this place a little bit prettier to look at. I have so many ideas for an enchanting setup. Oh, you guys are not ready for what's in my brain. We took out this wheat field. We still need a sugarcane farm somewhere. And if you've forgotten since the beginning of this episode, I know it's been a while, look at how stinking gorgeous this entire place is. The possibilities are limitless. I want to get another hub going. We can go anywhere we want to. So tell me where you want me to go next, what you want to see. If you made it this far, you're definitely liking and subscribing, because dang it, you've just watched how many hours of this thing. You want more? I've got more. There's gonna be more. We made a beautiful walkway with an amazing cliffside bedside area hanging off this cliff. What I believe to be a perfect bridge in between these two floating islands, with the added functionality of composters, mini super smelters, a beautiful jut out, an amazing underground lush cave with some slime block launchers, which is I just can't get enough of it. So good. And a hidden passageway. And to top it off, we got the most advanced and the biggest wheat farm that I have ever made in Minecraft. And it is so so overpowered. I am so proud of this episode. I'm so happy. Thank you all for coming by. And if you want to see how we made one of my favorite and most overpowered and possibly broken chicken farms, be sure to check out this video and stay beautiful.